Okay, well, we got a special package in the mail today, one that we've been looking for, and as you might be able to see here, STTNG, Star Trek The Next Generation. This is the new color DMD for the Star Trek Next Generation. So let's see what's in the box here. Definitely in a nice heavy-duty box, sealed up professionally. And I have some nice foam rubber for packing. Hold it in place. And we look like we have a harness here with some adapters and some spacers for mounting, and it looks like some real quality instruction sheet, and it looks like it's packed in a anti-static bag here. So we definitely want to be careful when we're handling this once we take it out of the bag. But it basically looks like a LCD screen with a controller board on the back of it. So looks like it's going to be very simple to install, and can't wait to get it in there. So that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be the install video of the color DMD for the Star Trek Next Generation pinball machine. So let's get started. Okay, well, we've already been working on the game, fixing some odds and ends. So we've already had the translite removed. So we'll just open the back box up here. And now we'll just lift up the DMD speaker panel and lay it down here. Okay, step 2 says disconnect the DMD power and ribbon cables from the DMD. Unplug the DMD power cable from the high voltage audio video board J604 and remove this cable from the back box. Okay, well, here's the power cable right here where it goes into the display, and it goes into the harness here into a gazillion wires, and it goes up through here and comes over here and plugs into the board right here, and it's tie strapped and everything else. So I don't see any reason to remove the wire. One day you might be able to want to put this back in the original condition, put the old display back in. I doubt it, but somebody might want to. So I'm just going to unplug it here and have it, put it under here out the way so it can't short with anything. And then I'm just going to unplug this in right here, and I'll just tie it up down here somewhere so it's out the way, and I'll just leave it in there. Also, step 3, remove and save all the DMD mounting hardware. Remove the original DMD from the game and store it in a safe place. So we're going to take these nuts loose right here, and then we'll be able to pull the original DMD off its mount here. And of course we also want to disconnect the ribbon cable here, because we're going to reuse that. That's going to plug into the new board. And we also have the ground wire here. Well, no, that goes to the speaker. The DMD doesn't have a ground wire, but I believe the new one that we put in, we're going to have a new ground wire on it, and we'll have to ground it to this post back here where the speakers are grounded to. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to unplug the power cable. I'll just lay it it back here for the time being. Now we unplug this ribbon cable, and we'll just lay this right up here out the way for the time being. Now we can take our 5/16 nut driver and take these nuts loose. These have the nuts with the built-in star washer, and it has a washer here. This one was missing the flat washer. Now it has a piece of cardboard on the back of the display, so we're going to take that off first. And then you want to be very careful with this because it is a glass tube display. And it is good, so we don't want to mess it up. So there's our old display. So now we need to put this somewhere where no harm can come to it, because you never know, one day we may want to put it back in. Okay, I have one more little tip here. A good place to store your original DMD would be to go ahead and put it back in an anti-static bag that the new DMD came in, and place it back in the box. And along with the packing foam, and you can put the colored DMD instruction sheet in there too. That way you'll have everything you'll need if you ever want to convert it back. Okay, we also want to disconnect the power cable direct from the display board here. So we'll unplug that, and since I'm going to leave it in here, I'm just going to tie strap it right onto this wiring harness right here. That way it'll be kind of hard for somebody if they come in here and see it and plug it back in, but even if they did, it wouldn't hurt anything because we have the other end disconnected, and I'm going to go ahead and wire tie that up out of place too. Okay, well, the next step is to remove the protective film from the front side of the new colored DMD display. Install 1/4 inch spacer on each of the 4 threaded studs, and then position the colored DMD face down in the orientation shown in figure B on the speaker panel, and align the 4 WPC mounting holes, see figure C. Okay, well, the new kit only came with 4 1/4 inch spacers, and the game already had 5/8 inch spacers, so I need to take those spacers off, the original spacers, put 1/4 inch spacers on that came in the kit, put the new DMD panel on, and then put the original 5/8 spacers back in place along with the washer and the nut to bolt it down. So let's do that next. Alright, we'll take these spacers off. And now we'll take the new 1/4 inch spacers, put them on. Now you got a wire here, speaker wire, so you don't want to pinch that. You have to make sure you get it under there. And then it has this double-sided foam here that seals the panel, so I guess dust and everything can't get into it. Alright, so we got that on. So next we need to take the panel. So let's get the panel out there. Anti-static wrapping. Okay, well here's the panel, and it's got a protective piece of plastic over it. Now they had put extra piece of scotch tape here. That scotch tape was a pain in the butt, but got it off. So now we have the plastic off. So now we need to place it in the right direction here. And this is the direction that it goes in, with the circuit board to the front and to the right. And the mounting holes we need to use are the first hole to the back and the second hole from the front. Okay, that appears to be down in place. So next we need to take the original 5/8 spacers and put them back on the studs. And then we need to put the washers. Now if you remember, I was missing a washer there, so. Alright, well, if you remember, I had one of these washers was missing, so I had to go hunt down a washer to fit it. So now we can go ahead and put the nuts back on. And I've got it snug down. Okay, next it says locate the included green color DMD ground cable and connect the ground lug on the metal bracket, see figure C, to the ground lug in the back box. Alright, so here is the ground lug right here on the back of the DMD panel, and right up here is the ground lug where the speaker wire ground is hooked to. So we're going to take this nut loose here and connect it to the existing ground lug in the back box and put the other end right here. Okay, we got the ground wire out of the bag with the wiring harness. So we're going to take a Phillips screwdriver, and we're going to have to take this all the way out. screw in the eye. And screw it back on. And we'll tighten that down. Now back here, it's a rather long stud on this, so I've already loosened it up. I didn't have my deep sockets in here, so I just used an adjustable wrench on it. So now we'll just take and put the other end of the ground wire lug right on there. Put the nut back on it. And run it down by hand. And take our wrench and snug it up. Alright, now we have a ground wire attached. So, let's see what's next. Next we need to locate the included 4-pin color DMD power cable. One end of the cable has a single connector. Plug this connector into the power header on the color DMD. Okay, let's see if we can find that. Okay, well we have the power harness here, and the harness has two connectors on close together on one end and a single connector on the other end. Now the single connector end, which is this end right here, plugs into the power plug on the color DMD. And this is it right here. This is the power. This is marked auxiliary, so that's not used in this particular setup. So we're going to plug this into here. It is keyed. It has a blank in the end of this pin right here, and that pin is missing on this end. So it only goes in one way. So we just plug that in like so. Now the other end has to go up here to the J116 of the power driver board. So J116 is the plug right here on the end. So we'll unplug it, and that's also a 4-pin plug, and one pin is keyed. So we'll just pull that out right there. And double check, make sure that's J116, which it is. Alright, so we have to plug the end of the cable here into that plug, and it is keyed like. And we also have to plug this in to the second one. So we'll need our adapter for that. So we'll take our adapter now and we'll plug that into the second plug. Then we can take the connector that we unplugged from the board and we'll connect that to the connector so that we'll be powering whatever that plug powers. And I'm assuming it's tapping into I don't know if that's going to be 12 volt or 5 volt, but whatever. So now we'll just take this remaining end plug it in. And that's all for that step. Now we have our power hooked up and we have our ground hooked up. Okay, step 12, plug the 14-pin ribbon cable into the DMD in on the color DMD with the red stripe on the right hand side. See figure F. The other end of this cable should still be plugged into J603 on the DMD controller board. Okay, here's the ribbon cable. We never unhooked the other end, so all we have to do is plug this cable into the DMD input right here, and according to the picture in the manual, the red line is on this end. So we want to make sure that our red line is on this side. You don't want to plug it in backwards. So plug it in just like that. And that should be the last step. So let me go over the installation one more time, make sure I got everything covered, and then we'll put the board back up in place and we'll be able to try it out. Okay, we've gone over the instructions again and double checked everything. Everything appears to be complete. The only thing I want to do here is clip this tie wrap I put on. So we ought to be able to raise the DMD panel back, put it in position. And we ought to be able to fire up the game and give it a try. Alright, well, let's fire up the game and see what happens. And it looks like we have color. So we just let it run through the attract screen here. And it looks like we have success. It looks like it's working. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move the camera to another position, try to get a better angle on it so it has less glare. And of course, if we have to, we'll just turn the overhead light off. And we'll fire it back up and see if we can't try a game and check it out. Okay, well, let's insert some tokens here and start a game.
Welcome to Enterprise. Enterprise. Space. Intercept immediately. That may be IGA. Course laid and so. Engage. A strange object is dead ahead. Magnify. suggestion. We could destroy the asteroids up the path, sir. Make it so. Evasive maneuvers. Excellent shot test. Discovered nothing, sir. Don't move.
Initiate. Simulation complete.
Good luck. Send to Starfleet. We have engaged the ball. Battle stations. Fire phases. All hands prepare for motor. Jackpot. Hands to the shield, sir. Get back ready. The shield are at 50%. Congratulations.
Initiate simulation.
Discovered nothing, sir. Phases at ready. Beyond belief. Hold on tight, it'll get rough. Steady as she goes. Had you propelled the ball on the proper trajectory, you would have been rewarded. Good luck. Enterprise, the board have entered Federation space. Intercept immediately. Admiral Biaggi out. Course right in, sir. Engage. In the neutral zone.
I believe you want to continue.
Final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Welcome to the Enterprise. Enterprise, the board have entered Federation space. Intercept immediately. Admiral Biaggi out. Course right in, sir. Engage. The probe has discovered nothing. Good luck. Sir, a strange object is dead ahead on screen. Magnify.
I believe you want to continue.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Initiate simulation.
Fire phases. Fire when ready. Congratulations, Lieutenant. Fire phases.
Simulation complete. I believe you want to continue.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Okay, well, Final conclusion is, if you own a Star Trek The Next Generation, this DMD color is a fantastic upgrade. It is a little pricey, but considering how much the standard DMD is starting to go for now, and being that the supply is dwindling down, they're going to be pricey no matter which route you decide to go. But I'm going to save the one that came out of here, so if I ever have any problems with this, I can revert it back easily. Or if I sell the machine and decide to want to keep the color DMD for maybe when if I get another one down the road or whatever. But that's not going to happen because I don't plan to ever sell this game here. So I highly recommend it, and you may even want to get one if you plan on getting one of these next generation machines in the future. You can always sell it later, and if you never get it, somebody will always buy it, I'm sure. So if you can afford it, buy it. If not, save your pennies up, because it's well worth it. So until the next video, make it so.